Tom and TV, and this is my comic shop. Comics, cards, and collectibles. I know quite a bit about comics, probably more than the average collector. And I bet there's some stuff I know that you didn't. So here it is, 103 things that you maybe didn't know about comic books. Hope you like it. And welcome to another episode about things that you may not know about comics. Today, I have here, what appears to be at least, a Fantastic Four #1. Now, this is a very important issue in that it was the first of the books when Marvel decided to get back in the superhero business. Hi, welcome to Comics, Cards, and Collectibles. Can I help you?
Yeah, wait a minute. Is that a Fantastic Four #1?
Well,
I have to have that. How much do you want for it?
Okay, let's say it this way. Do you know what it's worth?
I believe the guidebook says it's roughly $32,000.
Take a look at it. Do you think that'd be worth $32,000?
Well, it looks to be in pretty okay condition.
Okay, so $32,000 is what the guide says. What would you be willing to pay? Would you pay, let's say half of that, $16,000 for this book?
Sounds like a steal.
Right now. I mean, just give me the money, you take it, you leave, I never hear from you again. Does that sound worthwhile to you?
I think we have a deal.
Okay, and here's why we shouldn't. This isn't really a Fantastic Four #1. You didn't do your due diligence. You need to say, well, let me take a look at it. Because you would open it up and you would find out it isn't a Fantastic Four #1. It's a reprint of the cover from Fantastic Four #1. Now, it's a really nice reprint, but I don't think it's $16,000 worth of reprint. And it's wrapped around a coverless who knows what comic. And somebody did this because they were trying to take advantage of an unsuspecting person. This is something that happens in comicdom. It's sad that it does, but it does. There are people out there who will take advantage of unsuspecting folk. Here's another example. Here's Amazing Fantasy #15 and an Amazing Spider-Man #1. These are great books too, and they're worth thousands of dollars. Except these two aren't. These are reprints that were put out in 2006 and were giveaways in the newspaper. They're not worth thousands of dollars. They're not worth hundreds of dollars. They're not even worth tens of dollars. They're worth about 50 to 75 cents. But there are people out there who would try to tell you these are real and get large amounts of money for them, and an unsuspecting person would pay it. This is Famous First Edition's reprint of Action Comics. It's a really good reprint, and it says right on the cover it's a reprint. Except when you open it up, it's a slick cover and an exact reprint of Action Comics #1. If somebody were to tear this cover off, which has happened, there's no way of knowing it's not a reprint. And they would sell it to you, and when you said, well, gee, it's kind of big, they would say, well, comic books back then used to be big. They did. Here's the size an Action comic was back in the day. Yeah, it's not quite the size that this is. They did that with Superman #1. They did it with Whiz Comics #2, first appearance of Captain Marvel. They did it with Detective 27, first appearance of Batman, and they did it in Sensation Comics #1, the first time Wonder Woman was featured in her own book. They did that, and in each case, in the Overstreet Price Guide, which is the Bible for comic collecting, there is a notation in there warning people that unscrupulous folks have been known to tear the covers off these and sell them as originals to unsuspecting people. This, without this cover, is virtually worthless. That's what you may not know about comics today. And I hope, in case you didn't know, it helps you out.
Now I know.
Yes, you do.